Hey guys, welcome to the Vape Chef. Now, I get hit up all the fucking time about dry herb vapes and what I use, what I recommend, all that kind of stuff. Now, when it comes to dry herb vapes, the amount of products that are coming on the market at the moment is out of control. There are shitloads of different brands and different types that are coming out. So I'll show you what I use, guys. The price margin for most of them starting, I think they can start at about $150 to about $300 for your sort of easy entry level type vapes. Then they can go all the way up. You can get them from about the $300 mark up to just over $1,000 depending on what you buy, and then again it keeps going if you want to get into some fancier shit. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you guys the simple, easy ones that I use, and I rate them really well. The first one is the Storz and Bickel Mighty. All right, so you get a whole heap of attachments and bits and pieces that come with these guys. You get a grinder, you get a speed loader, you get the little dosing caps, which is great. Runtime on these is roughly around about the 10 to 20 minute mark, depending on what you how you load it. These little sort of dosing caps, you can get 2 of those into a Mighty. All right. Now, the more material that you put into your Mighty obviously means that you're going to have less airflow, which means you're probably going to have a longer burn time. And the things that I noticed around using these is that you will find that you will get a lot of vapor or cloud or smoke, whatever you want to call it, in the initial period, which will be about maybe a 5-minute burn time. And then you'll find that there'll be that white sort of cloudy kind of smoke will disappear, and you'll find that there'll be like a vapor smoke. Now, unless you sort of blow that up into a light in sort of the nighttime sort of thing, you won't really see it. But I recommend you really try and have a go, burning it through a lot of that in that second period, because that's where, a lot of that pain relief and stuff's going to come from, especially from the herb inside that. So 1 to 2 of your little dosing caps lasts about 20 minutes. It's really, really good for being able to have like a portable on the go sort of vape that is quite convenient. Not only that, but it does help bring back some of the mild level pain levels in nerve and everything else that we're sort of treating, coming backwards onto that. So it was really, really good as a pain relief. The next one that I use is obviously the big dog, the Mighty Hybrid. All right, these things are brilliant. They're all touch screens. You can turn them on. You can preset all your temperatures on this, and that'll run to about 230 degrees, whereas the Mighty will run at around about 110 at max. So these are really good. You got the loader at the top, nice big unit, and I find that will hold anywhere from about 3 of these scoops all the way up to around about 12 is pretty good. You can pack it even harder if you want to make that run longer. Now, that just pretty much just screws straight in, and then again, that screws straight into our unit. Now, the delivery mode on this is really, really cool, and I kind of prefer it when I'm in a lot of pain, especially in my back after sort of weeks of physio. So, little bag kind of looks a little bit silly, but on the end of it, you've got like a little mouthpiece that depresses like a little valve on the inside, which then allows all the vapor, smoke, whatever you want to call it, out, and you can inhale that. I find that the inhalation through this is really, really smooth, and it allows you to just take a breath as you breathe, rather than, trying to really pull on something like the Mighty. So works really, really well. The other one you've got is a little hose attachment that literally just pushes straight on top, and then you've got that, and then once you hit the fan button, it'll blow all that vapor straight down into your lungs for you, and you don't really have to use a lot of effort. You can literally just sit there and breathe it as you want. It's not a very, very high flow in air. If I am to turn that on, the airflow that comes through it is not quite a lot. So even if you've only got small lungs, you can still have the ability that you can, and then stop, turn it off. And the good thing also about these Volcano units is that they are Bluetooth to your phone. So you have the app, the Storz and Bickel app, and you can change the temperatures on your phone as well as hit air and heat. You can turn the unit off through that, and it registers straight through to the serial number of the unit. So you know, you can have multiple units running in the same area if you've got a few people if you wanted to, and it's not going to fuck around with everyone. So it's really good. It's kind of one of those things that you're going to use probably mostly recreational, although it is good if you want to put in sort of, you know, 4 or 5 of your dosing caps and really sort of get a max benefit to be able to sleep really well. So works great. I like it, and they're the ones that I use, guys. Like I said, there is an absolute fuck ton of them on the market now. You know, you don't need to spend the big bucks. You know, like these Volcano units, they're probably around about $1,000 now. They'll probably go up as well with the US dollar and that, because it's all imported. These Storz and Bickels, you can pick them up for around about $450 to $550. I think if you're paying about $600, you're probably paying too much. But like I said, price of inflation, everything else is going to change a little bit. But I rate them, guys. I can't fucking speak highly enough of them, especially these units. I have flogged that Mighty and I've dropped it a fuck ton of times, and it still goes strong. And I find that, you know, doing probably a fortnight clean in some isopropylene alcohol just to get all the gunk and stuff off it and clear it back up, it keeps the unit nice and clean, and you rarely need to replace parts. I think probably every 6 months I'll buy a new head unit for this, as well as a couple of new sleeves and stuff, just to swap it out and just get new pieces into it. But it's pretty simple, guys. You don't need all that much maintenance on them, and a quick clean works really well. There's loads of videos online with that. You know, pulling the top unit apart is literally just pulling out the top part. This then, you know, comes across out the top here, and then we push out through the center there, and it all just falls apart. That little clip is all that holds that top section on. So once that goes in and it's locked in, it's easy, guys. That is the Mighties as far as it goes from what I use and everything else, guys. There are a bunch of brands, so if you've got a different one, especially a cheaper brand that you really rate, can you chuck it in the comments? Let everybody else know. Not everyone is obviously in the position that they can sort of drop quite a few $100 on something like this, which is a massive benefit, especially to you medically. So like I said, guys, if you've got cheaper units, please chuck them in the comments and just let everybody know just a little bit about them, how much your run time and everything is. These guys, they're battery operated. You're probably going to get about maybe 4-ish uses out of it for that whole 20 minutes. Whereas with the Volcano, they plug straight into 240, and they're really, really good. So you don't have to worry about that. If you're going to set it up, you can just fucking set it up and just go massive for it. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep up all the support, like, share, and hit the thumbs up on all my videos. Don't forget, guys, we are on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, although TikTok is not my app and it's kind of hard, but I've got to be there, so we're there. All right, guys. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.